right off the bat, let's look at the message that the GW Tiger left in chat there. Only World of Tanks can revise a map and make it worse. Is that true? Is this map worse after they redid it? Maybe? Maybe not? I don't know. I'm curious to know if you feel that way, though. By all means, leave a message in the comments. Let me know if you think it's better or worse. Maybe a why. Anyway, remember that GW Tiger. He's gonna have some more time to be negative, not just as the battle starts there. So, right away in this battle, a lot of our team is heading on the east flank. That could be a bit of a problem. Why? Well, let's just wait and see. So, noticing right off the bat here too, this is one of the reasons why I might agree with the GW Tiger on this map maybe being worse. I shouldn't be able to do that. I shouldn't be able to snipe that other heavy tank from so far away right at the beginning. He shouldn't have been poking out so far when he got spotted. Or, if you're going to do that, at least bring a tank that has a little bit of armor. And maybe in the previous map layout, that wouldn't have been such a terrible idea to poke out like that. Now, as you can see, the 60 TP, along with some of the rest of the enemy team, are pushing across that bridge. That is going to be a bit of a problem. We already don't have a whole lot of forces that have gone to the west side of the map there, including the bridge. We have enough to probably hold them off in a regular match, but that's not really that case in this one. And no one has gone to that far west flank, really, at all, except the RU-251. And he's right now facing two Object 430Us, which are rather formidable tanks, in my opinion. You know what, he needs to get out of there, and somebody needs to go back to base and hopefully hold this off. What I'm thinking right now, because this is a battle played by me, again, for once, that hasn't happened in a little while, has it? But I've decided I need to go back to base. I need to try to hold off the enemy team for as long as I can. I'm hoping, in a way, that my team does actually fall on that western flank there, because if they don't, then I'm driving back to base for absolutely nothing, and my game is going to end probably with only this much damage done. Well, I think you could probably guess that if I had only done this 733 damage in the entirety of this battle, I would not be making it into a video for YouTube, because who would want to watch that? That's not exciting at all. But my assumption is that the eastern flank on our team is going to win that fight. It looks very good based on the mini-map right now, but something I didn't consider at the time, admittedly, is that the E100 and the IS-7 on the enemy team have not been spotted yet, along with the K91 PT. So there are some enemy forces that we have not accounted. Actually, the E100 just got spotted in the middle of the map, but at this point I don't know what his intentions are, so we'll have to see. I've decided I'm going to go up this hill here and try to take some cover up at the top. Why? Because if I get flanked from either direction, really, I'll be a little bit safer. And even if something a little bit quicker, like the 430U, decides to push up it towards me, then, well, they're going to get shot once, maybe twice, before they can even get themselves beside me and get their flank on. So we're going to do exactly that. Hopefully I can make it up here before this 430U gets here, because he is hauling. We want to make sure we're not spotted before he gets here as well. And hopefully we can get a little bit of an element of surprise, because you think they're expecting a 60 TP to be up here? Well, let's see. Where is he? He's right there. He's not looking at me. He's backing down now. I don't think he expected to see me there. And I'm also in a very nice hull down position here. I have just enough gun depression to make that work and kind of hide my lower plate. It's tricky though. And now, this 430U is heading over to my left. I see that there's a standard B, who is going to play a very good role in this battle, by the way. So shout out to JetSetter314 here on the North American server. But he is going to have to hold off that 430U. I can't really look over there at him. I don't know if I can get my gun down low enough to help him if I want to. And there is definitely, almost definitely, other vehicles coming this way, such as that second 430U, and I'm sure there's more coming. Looking at the mini-map, I'm expecting more vehicles to be headed this way any second. I'm going to now poke over this ridge here. I was expecting that standard B to hold off that one 430U on his own, and thinking he was probably going to have to do that, but against two of them, he's not going to have a whole lot of chance, in my opinion. So I'm going to have to help him as much as I can. I don't think I can get my gun down too much lower without falling off this ridge. And luckily that 430U, I think he wasn't sure what part of himself was being covered by that rock. He made a little bit of a misplay there and just kind of hung his butt out a tiny bit too much. And luckily my accuracy on this gun did let me get that shot in. And it does help that I have 3 pieces of bounty equipment on this tank. And I'm working on my 7th and 8th crew skill on all my crew members. And that shot right there, that is a great example of why you point your turret at what you're expected to get shot by. Because that shell, I looked in the armor battle hit inspector, whatever you want to call it afterwards, that it's a mod, and I could see that that shell of mine did in fact hit the front of that 430U's turret, which I am never going to penetrate. So wonderful. A tree just fell there where I was looking. I did not spot the 430U at like 100 meters away from me, which is a little bit annoying because there is a couple of trees or bushes in the way. But he did spot me through them. That's a bit of a downside to having the heavy tank, I guess, not having that much view range, which is probably a good thing. I'm gonna now wait here, hopefully not get hit by artillery. I should be okay as long as I'm not spotted, and just wait for the approach of the enemy vehicles. It looks like the eastern flank is starting to have a bit of a hard time. They are definitely falling to the remaining enemy forces over there. The IS-7 that we didn't have spotted at the beginning has been spotted over there. Don't know where that E-100 has decided to go to. He might be pushing me. He might be going back to base. I'm really not sure. I'm expecting that somebody is probably going to start to flank the STRV and the T-110E3 on the other flank there any moment because, well, I think that K-91 has already been trying to put shots in there, and actually the K-91 just appeared right behind him now. And there goes one of them. Now it's just a T-110E3 there. The 430U has now been spotted over there, so at least I know it's not trying to sneak around below me, and I'm pretty confident that 13105 and probably the E-100 are not sneaking up under me as well. So now it's just going to be a bit of a waiting game and hoping that things work out reasonably well. Now you can see this battle is actually a 2 versus 8. Yep, 8. I can count. Cool. This is not looking good. I'm going to have to keep this standard B as close to me as I can. Something else rather interesting in chat. This IS-7 is being supportive, saying 60 TP, you got this. They're pretty much all one-shots, which some of them are, which is helpful. And then here's our GW Tiger, always being negative. GK must be a shortened version for junk. And I'm going to correct him in chat there. That would be JK, because junk doesn't start with a G. Of course, he's going to have more smart things to say. I'm not going to have much time to talk about these things here in a second. I just got spotted by this 13105. But just keep an eye on chat there, because, yeah, I think that in his opinion, or from what he sees, he thinks that I just sat up here the entire battle. Not that I went to an entire flank and then drove all the way back and barely made it back in time to help defend from those 430Us. Well, yeah, I don't know. That guy does not get the positive shout out that the standard B is going to. Now, I'm going to push down here. I want to try to catch that 13105 off guard, just like that. Caught him by surprise. That worked beautifully. He wasn't even looking at me. I think he might have been trying to proxy me or do something sneaky or maybe distract me for the 430U that's now approaching from the other flank. I'm not too sure. At this point, I've been thinking that I need to be a little bit aggressive. Like that 13105 there, I needed to take the risk that I wasn't going to get mobbed when I pushed down this hill out of my safe place because I need to get that gun out of the game. I could not, under any circumstances, allow them to get several vehicles around me at any one time, or I am going to be in big trouble. And hello, IS-7. You have made a bit of a mistake. They did not expect me to be up on this ridge, perhaps. And there's the beginning of the mobbing that I was afraid of. This K-91 is going to get a second shot on me just like that, and I'm going to once again push him. I need to get him out of the game before the rest of them get here. The standard B had the same thought. I stole the kill from him. Sorry about that. Putting me up to 4 kills and about 3,500 damage so far. Now, let's go back over here and see if we can deal with this 430U. Maybe he's pushing up now. Maybe if I poke around this corner just the right way, just like I did last time, I might be able to get a shot on him. I'm a little bit worried that he's hiding in the bushes back there and may be able to outspot me and get a free shot on me. I'm worried about giving away my hit points any more than I need to. Because in addition to this tortoise here, there's also 2 other vehicles plus 2 artillery that I don't want to get shot by. And I should have aimed lower on the E-100. I should have aimed for the front of the turret. I would have almost certainly penetrated that. But for some reason I decided to go for the turret roof, thinking I was high enough up that I would penetrate him and not really having that much time to think about it. I want to try to get rid of this tortoise here if I can. I don't want to shoot at the front of the E-100. Even though I have premium rounds loaded this thing, one of its biggest weaknesses is that it has a pretty low penetration, and firing through the front of that E-100's turret is pretty tricky to do, which is one of the reasons why I didn't shoot at it before. This 430U now is getting shot out, or getting caught out of position. I'm going to finish him off, get that gun out of the game. No more damage from him that I have to worry about, and now it's just this E-100, which I'm thinking, you know what, I need to do something before he shoots at my standard B friend. I cannot allow that friend to die, even at this point, just in case. And it looks like that E-100, after being stunned by his own artillery as well, is now going to get unlucky and shoot my gun instead of the butt of my tank somehow and get finished off by the standard B. Thank you very much, standard B. That's 6 kills for me, 2 kills for him, 5,000 damage for myself, and hopefully now we can go get him a 3rd kill, and maybe I can invite him to a platoon and we can get ourselves a cheeky little brothers-in-arms. Well, I tried that, but he must have it set to only accept platoon invites from friends, because it would not let me send him an invite, even after I typed that in chat. It made myself look like an idiot. But that's okay. The GW Tiger is still talking crap. He's just saying the whole time now, oh, this tank is so overpowered, blah, 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 rather than, oh, you're so garbage. And unfortunately, the enemy GW Tiger drowned himself anyway, so he must have been on the eastern flank. Maybe I could have caught him and killed him if I had gone that way instead of following the standard B this way, but I couldn't have known that back then. And GW Tiger, thank you very much for all your negativity. I'll be completely honest, I hope that you're upset that I managed to get 6 kills and me and the standard B managed to carry the rest of that battle, because the idea of you being upset makes this victory all that much more satisfying. But anyways, I think this vehicle is only very slightly overpowered to an acceptable level. I hope they don't change it. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good one.